G'day YouTubers, I'm Dodger Mohr and welcome to my channel. Not the best of weather for the Australian MotoGP, nor is it good for a local ride. So today I'm going to do a video on building a toolkit for the SWM Superdual X. So when it comes to building your toolkit, you need to ask yourself how mechanically minded and capable you are of doing repairs to your bike. This will determine on what tools you require. My toolkit will consist of 3 small bags. One bag will be to carry tools that are suitable for my bike. The second bag will be carrying puncture repair kits. And the third bag will be miscellaneous items. Okay, all the tools you see in front fit the SWM Superdual X. Let's start off with the large Allen key, which is basically for the front axle. Got this pair of pliers, hammer, knife, all in one. Got a bottle opener, can opener. Daughter gave that to me, so I'll see it. Sometimes it comes in handy. Pair of pliers, shifter, this is for the rear axle, so I can get the back wheel off to repair a puncture. And basically just put that in there, get a bit of leverage. That's a size 27. This little tool here, this one was I got this for my mountain bike actually, and it's just a bunch of Allen keys, and it happens to fit all the Allen keys on the actual SWM. It's also got a Phillips head as well as a normal screwdriver on there, so this is absolutely fantastic because it's just one tool basically covering quite a lot. Then we've got 3 spanners. First one is 8 to 10 mils. This one is a 10 mil and a 12 mil, and 14, and I've also got a 17 which I don't require on here. And this one here is also an 8 and a 10, which is really handy. It gets into some of these really small little areas which are a bit hard to get to with a normal spanner. And this also doubles up with a Phillips head as well as a normal screwdriver. I store all of my tools in a small plastic bag or a bubble wrap bag, and it's just to protect them from the elements like rain and whatnot. The bag that I've got for them is not waterproof, so this keeps them rust free. And it also, it's good with the bubble wrap because it just sort of, you can pack it down hard and it's not going to vibrate around and you're not going to hear them. The bag itself is just a small little bag like this, just a cheap tool bag. And another thing that I've used is also, I got this is a mat for my tent. Now this is great because it doubles up as well. Whenever you need to do repairs, you may want to put this mat down, and if you have to take the wheel off and stuff like that, you can put the nuts and bolts onto the actual mat, and rather than putting them on the ground and getting them dirty. And what I do is I use one side of this mat to do maintenance on the bike if I needed to, and the other side I just use underneath the tent. So it still belongs to the tent, but I can also use it for doing repairs and making sure that I've got the tools and nuts and bolts all in a safe area. Okay, to the second bag. I have 4 inflatable CO2 for the pumping up the tubes. That's just the valve itself to pump up the tube. A pressure gauge, and in this one here I've got valves, caps, glue, patches, and then I've also got the 2 tyre levers. All of this fits in this small little bag except for those two, and that tube is basically to store these, and I'll show you later. Now to the third bag, miscellaneous items. Just a little micro towel. I sticky tape it together so it keeps it nice and compact. Roll of duct tape, squashed it down. Gorilla glue, mainly just for maybe some plastics and stuff like that. Zip ties, a couple of Velcro straps, these are pretty handy, and a torch with batteries as well. Now I've taken the batteries out, best off not leaving the batteries in the torch, because when you get around to using it, you'll probably find they're going to be flat. And that all just fits in this little bag as well. So with these two tyre levers, basically what I do, or I'm going to try, is basically put them in an old tube from a push bike, from a little kid's push bike. So they'll go all the way in and slide them in, and what I will do on the end here, I will probably seal that all up, and then on the other side I can access them. Now the idea of what I'd like to do with these is actually just strap them actually to the bike itself. So I'm going to move the camera a little bit. So here we've got the frame on the back of the bike, and basically what I want to do is I want to actually tie them onto there, and they will be out of the way, they won't rattle. Okay, I've put the tyre levers onto the rack using zip ties. I won't be using zip ties because I don't think they would be suitable and would probably break on rough terrain roads. So I'm actually going to be using these hose clamps. I just need to get it a bigger size for them, and I would say that they would hold that into place more securely. The beauty is it's nice and easy to get off. If I needed to, just needed to use a screwdriver to open them up, and hopefully I don't have to. So yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. I prefer that rather than a PVC piping to store tools in. Okay, the reason why I store my tools into 3 separate bags is basically to distribute the weight on the bike. I will put the tools to one side, the tyre levers to the other, and the other 2 little bags. Yes, it's a bit of a pain having to rip everything out just to get to 3 different separate bags, but at least I'm hoping that I don't need to access them on a regular basis. So my toolkit, you can see, is quite simple, basically because a lot of the maintenance on bikes I can't do. I know how to change tyres, I know how to repair a puncture, and I'll be able to do that. But when it comes to other little things, I'm mechanically unable to do so. So most of the tools that I do carry, I'm hoping that it's mainly minor adjustments or having to tighten up screws and nuts. Eventually I will gain more experience and other tools will be added to my toolkit. This is a progression that I think a lot of people would go through in regards to building their toolkit. There's no point in carrying extra tools if I don't know how to use them. So that's why my kit is reasonably small. Well, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to see more of my videos. Until next time, see you later. And the third bag is just miscellaneous. Let's try that again.